Jay here. On tonight's edition of Beer on a Budget, we will be discussing tonight's budget beer review is going to be on Straub beer. The reason I chose Straub this week is a little while ago, a friend of mine's having a party and he asked me to recommend a keg. He sent me a list of available kegs from his distributor, and although the keg selection was really good, he needed a quarter keg and the keg selection was a bit lacking there. But I was looking through the list and I came across Straub. Now, it had been a couple of years since I had one, but I remembered it being a fairly decent beer. And it was also the cheapest beer on the list, so I said, hey, grab a keg of Straub, you know. You're not going to drink the whole thing anyway, somebody else is. So anyway, we're going to review Straub tonight. A couple things about the brewery. It's in St. Mary's, PA. They got a spring that they brew their water out of. And they've been around since 1872, which means they survived Prohibition, which got to say something for them. Another thing, they are ranked number 50 out of the top 50 best breweries in America, which there's about 2,500 breweries in America right now, so that's saying something for them too. I mean, they're way up there in the top 5% or something. So anyway, a couple of things though that are upsetting to me. This one actually kind of really bothers me. It's a little deceptive marketing here. On the box it says it's an all grain beer. Well, all beers, unless they're made with fruit or honey or some other fermentable, are all grain beers. And I think what they're trying to do is try to trick your average consumer into thinking this is an all malt beer. This is not an all malt beer. It has a lot of corn in it. As a matter of fact, by my clone, I'd say it's almost 1/4 corn. So substantial corn built to it. If you look at their website, they even list cornflakes. Now, they don't mean what you buy in the store, but what they mean is flaked corn as one of the ingredients. So that being said, I think it's a little tricky marketing there, kind of disappointing. You shouldn't try to fool people into buying it because they think it's better than it's going to be. Then they end up disappointed. Another thing to note for this review is I grabbed this bottle at my local convenience store, or actually the whole 6-pack. When I got it home, I noticed there was some dust on the bottle. So this is kind of old. It doesn't really have a born on date anywhere that I can find on it, so that may affect the flavoring a little bit. Another thing to note is it is in a green bottle, which could give you a skunky beer. But if it's like Heineken, I personally think Heineken tastes better once it's gone skunky. So that may be a good thing that it's both old and a green bottle. So anyway, without further ado, let's crack it open, see how it tastes. It is a twist top. Okay, it's a wonderful straw color, very clear. It is got a little bit of head there, no lacing to be noted of. The head is dissipating rather quickly. To smell it, just a slight little bit of skunk, almost unnotable, but it is there. Other than that, you smell a distinct sweetness from the malt, and it almost has even a honey smell to it. There's not any detectable hop scent in there, so it's a very low hopped beer. Let's see how it tastes. It goes down smooth, a little bit sweet. You can pick up a little bit of bittering from the hops, but it's not really there. It's sweet and smooth are probably the best ways I can describe it, with maybe a slightly cidery flavor to it, and that could be from the corn, or it could be also that it's aged a bit long. But all in all, it's drinkable. It's very drinkable. It would be a great beer on a hot day after you get done with some yard work or something, or you're hanging out by the barbecue, or you know, even just because it is so smooth and easy drinking, it would be you know, a great one to pound watching a football or basketball game or something. So anyway, for a fairly decent budget beer, I would go with the Straub. It's not undrinkable, and it's better than a lot of the other American Pilsners. Definitely better than any light beer you're going to find, and probably much better than Busch or Budweiser. So Straub. Not the best beer in the world, but certainly not the worst. Oh, and if you like this video, please click like. If you haven't yet subscribed, please click subscribe. And you know what? If you liked it, your friends might too, so share it. You know, on your Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Reddit, whatever. You know, find someplace, share it. You know, your buddies might want to see it too. So, have a good night. I'll put the chugging at the end of the video. For some reason, budget beer videos seem to do better. And I don't know if it's because of the chugging. I don't know if you want to see if they're chuggable or just like watching me suffer through chugging a beer. This one should go down pretty smooth though, so bottoms up. You certainly can chug it. Goes down smooth. Doesn't taste any better or worse being chugged. So, but that was in a glass. You know, thank God it wasn't in a can. If you've seen my other videos, have a great night.